Welcome back. For today's episode, we're going to be cozy because it's going to be one hell of a conversation. So I was on Instagram the other day and I came across a quote that said, "Our capacity to love is limited by our capacity to grieve." That punched me in my gut at 1 a.m, okay? 1 a.m is already such an unstable time to be feeling things. I was nearly jerked to tears when I read it because my immediate reaction was, holy shit, I've been grieving my entire life. And in that moment, I felt like I understood myself emotionally. A lot of the times when I was little, you know, as a Caribbean, you know what I mean? We didn't have words like social anxiety, panic attacks. That wasn't a thing. And I believe I suffered from crazy social anxiety. My nickname was a SpongeBob because I cried a lot. Like, people would look at me and ask me, like, "Hey, are you hungry?" And I would cry. "Do you need to go to the bathroom?" And I would cry. "Did you take a nap?" And I would cry. Looking people in their eyes and having them address me in any type of way, I would legit break out into sobs. I was just so overwhelmed all the time, and I would just I didn't speak. I just cried. It took me a while to get over that. What was eye-opening but frustrating about reading that quote, I'm able to identify that my kindness is at such an extreme that my anger is. Like, I'm able to know, like, yeah, my kindness and my anger are both at the extremes. They go hand in hand. And I can understand that, but I don't know why I never linked it to my grief and the way that I love or the depth of my love. The statement of, "I've been grieving my entire life," is a strong one. And I want to provide context for that. It's 1999. I'm born to a 20-year-old immigrant mother. I'm her second child and her only and first daughter for years to come. I'm born to a woman with her own trauma, who a male-centered, abusive woman, and can be seen as a prostitute. I was still given someone who protected and loved me as fiercely as they could a big brother. This is part of his story.
For me, obviously I don't think she wanted any of us, but I feel like she had like a deep hatred for me that was just special for me, pretty much. With that being said, there was never a time where I felt any type of love or had any good memories I could think of. So I would say the growing up part was very hard, and that's why I had to grow up on myself and kind of understand the situation. That's why I would look after you guys too, especially because I'm the oldest. So it's like I didn't really have a choice. I had to grow up and be there for you guys in the way that she wasn't. So it just came from a place of abandonment, neglectfulness, and just having to figure it out on your own. Best way to describe it. Emotional abuse, verbal abuse, physical abuse, being put to the side so that men can have the priority, taking the backseat to like any sexual encounter or person that she was talking to at the time or with at the time, and having to deal with that, especially in ways that I feel like no child should deal with, especially physically seeing their mother partake in activities that kids should not really know about right next to them. It was hard. There was definitely a few times I remember I tried to like run away. Like, even when she was living in that second spot, I definitely tried to run away from there a few times, even when I had to just be there on the weekends.
I feel like the main things I remember is like there wasn't food in the house. We couldn't wake her up to get
Whenever
to
we
eat.
needed thirsty and wanted juice or something, we drink fucking sugar water.
We drank sugar water. There were roaches everywhere.
That.
Yeah,
roaches in the fridge, roaches in cereal. Roaches everywhere.
roaches in the cereal. That's so funny. I don't even think you know that that's a meme.
No, it is.
Yes. Why did we live that life? Remember when the roach got in my eye?
Yeah. Honestly, I think that's why I have a phobia to them now. Like, I can't do it.
I literally start kicking and screaming if I see one. I want to die. What is your worst memory?
I feel like there's too many to count. From like small things to like really big things, like getting my ass beat for no reason, having to hide in the bathroom because I didn't want to get hit. I remember there was one time where I bit her hand. She was hitting me with the belt. I caught it and like bit her hand, and I just hid in the bathroom after that, telling me for Christmas that I have a father, so she's not going to get me anything. I forgot what happened, but she called me on the phone and said, like, I'm not her son and she regrets having me. Or even, like I said earlier, like fornicating with me right there. Like, it ranges from small to big. Like, there's just way too many. I don't know. She didn't really deserve that respect from me.
So that was a bit intense, showing you guys the beginning of my life and kind of getting a feel for what I went through growing up. And I really wanted to highlight my brother's portion and just a sliver of his story because trust me, as traumatic as that was, that really isn't even close to all the things that we went through as kids. I wanted to start with his part because he is the beginning of my story and I planned on going into my story, but as I was editing and listening to his audio over and over and over again for about a week, because that has all been filmed a week ago, it's just intense. It's weird because hearing all the things that he had to say are not things that are new to me. I was also there for a good amount of those experiences, but it's just really normalized, which is terrible, but that's just what happens when you experience trauma. A lot of it becomes just normal to you. Like that's just what happens. And so again, this was supposed to be about showing you guys why I've been grieving my entire life, kind of where it started, and then getting into where it's evolved. But this video has really just turned into, for me personally, a love letter to my brother. Um, and that's where I'm gonna end it. So shout out to my older brother. I love you so much. You've seen your part in the video and we've talked about it. Just shout out to my brother. Shout out to myself for making it this fucking far and not committing. Shout out to him. I think I shall make a part 2 and that'll be more of my story. But thank you so much for sticking around and hearing my brother's story. Please show him some love in the comments. He will be reading them. He probably won't because he doesn't watch my videos and that's okay. Just thank you.